the end of the day, I don't know if I'm the only one that's been feeling like this lately, but feeling like I'm running out of time. I feel like I'm running out of time and there's not enough time in the world to do what I want to do. Shit is getting hectic and crazy, and not a lot of people are paying attention or noticing, but when you're paying attention and noticing, you feel like you're running out of time. If you're watching this right now, this is meant for you, okay? Lately, you've been feeling lost, maybe even a little hopeless. Lately, you haven't been able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You feel like everything is just overwhelming you. You don't know which step to take first. You have so many things that you want to do, so many things that you're trying to accomplish, and you feel like you have no guidance. You're just lost. I feel you. I mean, you don't even have to be a person to watch the news to feel the energy that is building up on this earth. Like, it is phenomenal. We're being open and we're being honest and real with ourselves. And this is for my people who are in a place like I am and that I am trying to get out of right now. This is who this is for. It just feels like there's so much tension going on. Like there's you have a feeling. You don't know what it is exactly. You have your hints, your guesses, your inferences on what it could be, but you feel like there's a big ass ball about to drop. And you feel the tension, you feel everything that you just don't know whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but the way you're feeling leaning more towards this is probably not going to be good. And now you're thinking about all the things that you want to do for yourself, and now this is making you feel negative and making you think negative or remain in a low vibrational state because you're stressed out about what's going on or what's going to happen or what already happened, and you're trying to figure out how to catch up. It feels like a fucking game of catch up. Let me tell you something. One thing that I've learned on this journey, and I'm still learning to this day, and it's probably something that we're going to learn constantly throughout life and go through constantly throughout life, because we do it even without thinking about it. We do it without thinking about it, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. What we do is we compare our fucking selves to other people and what they got going on. We see them on social media, or we see them through somebody else is showing you, or you see them in person or on TV, and you envy them, or the first thought you think is, oh, I wish I was doing this and I wish I was doing that, or they're lucky to have this, man, I wish I had that. Comparing yourself 100% of the time will leave you feeling negative, will leave you in a low vibrational state. You have to remember to stay focused on you. I mean, you can congratulate other people. You can be happy, genuinely happy for other people and their accomplishments. But you have to focus on you, because paying attention to Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to stress you the fuck out. And it's going to make you either sad or upset or nervous or anxious or any of the negative low vibrational feelings that you don't want to feel. You can't compare yourself. You have to focus on what's going on for you. You so busy trying to focus on what the next person doing that you trip up and fall down and forget about all the things that you had to do for yourself, because you're too busy feeling sorry for yourself for not being where they are, for not having what they have. At the end of the day, life isn't fair, but it's what you make it. So you're focusing on what you lack is going to provide you with nothing but lack. You focusing on, let's first say, being poor. You're stressed about financials right now, and trust me, I understand that's a big stress for everyone in the world right now that don't have it as good. Let's say, for example, though, that you're stressing about financials, right? Okay, so you're focused on what you don't have. I don't have the money to do this. My bank account is showing zero. I can't afford this. I need to buy this, but I don't have the money. The universe and the source from which we all come is going to provide you with nothing but lack, because that's what you're attracting. You have to remember, and some people don't know this, so if you don't remember, I'm gonna tell you. And this is from a book that I'm reading that's really changed my mindset on a lot of things. And I'm gonna leave some of the books that I've been reading in the description below. Your mind and the outside world, you work together. So images of the mind are projected onto the outside world. Little do you know, we're all abundant. And you might say, oh, what do you mean? I'm not abundant. I'm going through something right now. I'm stressed about this. You are abundant. Everyone who's come from the source. From infinite we come, so infinite we are. You have everything that it is that you're wishing for. You are everything that it is that you're wishing to be. You have accomplished everything that you dreamed to accomplish. It just has not shown up in the physical yet. Everything remains in a plane that we cannot see with the human eye directly. We just can't see it unless you're able to train yourself and to learn about these different things and figure out ways to tap into it. But everyone is abundant. Everyone has everything that they wish and want for. The only thing that stops you from getting what you want and what you wish and hope for is you. If it isn't you, it's outside forces that are more powerfully mentally than you that's keeping you from attaining what you want to attain. So everything is in a plane that we cannot see, but it's there. So everything you want to be, everything you want to have, it's already there. It's just a matter of bringing it into the physical. So you're stressing about being poor. You have money. You are abundant. That $0 in your bank account doesn't mean nothing. You are an abundant person. And once you start to think like so, behave like it, act like it, and really truly believe it, and so it shall be. Not saying you're going to think about money all day today and then tomorrow you're going to wake up with $10,000. And I'm not saying that it can't happen. But if you're not thinking and acting like an abundant person, then you're going to be somebody that's stressed, depressed, and worried about finances. If you're stressed, depressed about anything else in life that you lack or that you don't have or that you want to have, you're going to lack in those areas as well, because you don't act or think or portray or actually believe that you have and are those things. And I understand what I'm saying may not make sense now, which is why I always recommend people to read some of the books that I read and to watch videos and do their own research so they can come to an understanding of what I'm saying. Because guess what? One of the most powerful things is the human mind. One of the most powerful things is our mind, guys. Like, once you build a strong mentality, nothing can break you, and you can create whatever it is you want out of life. Literally. Once you build a strong mindset and a strong mentality, and you are firm in your beliefs and what you know and in yourself, and know that you have it all and that you are infinite, the universe will start aligning things that'll seem like coincidences, but it's not really a coincidence because you brought it forth to the physical plane. You have to start believing in yourself. And that's not easy, considering all the negative shit that's put out there in front of us to make us stress and worry. Social media to me it's a hate and a love thing. It's like a motivator, but at the same time, it can make people really depressed if they're not strong mentally. Because if you're so focused on Tom, Dick, and Harry and not yourself, you can put yourself in a negative state of mind. But if you see someone doing something that you want to do or have something that you want to have, it puts the thought in your mind, and it may motivate you to actually be like, you know what, I already got that. Let me go ahead, meditate on it, and bring it here to the physical plane and work for it. Because meditation and mental imaging practices will not just bring it to the physical plane. You have to remember, you also have to work for what you want. So just because you're hoping for something, you're praying for something, you're thinking about something, does not mean that that something's gonna come here until you work for it. So it's a combination of all of those things. And you also have to be a very appreciative and grateful person. I really just truly feel like it's an up and down thing with social media, because some people who don't have a strong mentality, like I said, they will focus on all the negative aspects of something that they lack versus getting motivated by something that they've seen and now knowing that they can have that thing and pushing themselves even harder. You have to learn when it's time for you to take a break. I have to take breaks sometimes. You have to learn when it's time for you to step away from everyone and everything and center yourself. And like I said, these messages and these videos that I do and show you guys are really diaries to myself. I go back and watch my own videos, not to sound conceited, but to motivate myself and listen to my own words, because when I slip up, I'm like, let me go watch a video, let me remind myself why I do what I do and to keep pushing. Because lately, I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling all of the things that I'm talking about in this video. But at the same time, I know that I have to keep pushing myself. No one's gonna come pull me out of the hole that I dig myself in. Nobody's gonna come pick me up and hold my hand and tell me to keep pushing if I don't want to keep pushing. That's the difference. Anybody, people that love you can come and try to pick you up from a place of hurt, a place of despair, a place of darkness, a low vibrational state. They can try to pick you up, but at the end of the day, you're the person that has the final say so on if you want to keep pushing or not. No one can make you keep going unless you make yourself. And that's why we're our worst critics, but we're our biggest motivators and our biggest fans and pushers. We push ourselves to our limit, to our max. You have to keep going. You have to. Even when everything looks like it's fucking crumbling around you and you see no light at the end of the fucking tunnel and you don't know what to do. You don't know what foot to put in front the other. That's when you just have to push yourself and just take a fucking step. Just take a step and keep going. Just keep going, because once you realize that the only time is now, that will change your aspect of life in so many ways. Time is not real. And you may be like, what? What is she talking about? That doesn't make sense. Time is not real. We make it real. Okay? As humans, we create our own physical realities, and then as a collective consciousness, we create the reality of the world. So because the world was pushed to create time and thus making it real, time is real to us. Time is something that we have. Oh, I have to do this, or I'll be late, or I have to do this because I don't have time. I'm running out of time. Hence the feeling of feeling late, or feeling like you're fucking late to the game and you gotta rush to get shit together and you don't think you're gonna be successful because you're late. And when you come to the conclusion that time is not real, you then come to the conclusion that you can complete so many things in a short amount of time. That might sound crazy. I know it does. But if you read the book that I'm going to leave in the description below, you'll understand. So time is thus a real thing, but not real at the same time. It's a contradiction. And when you do more research into it, you'll understand fully what I'm saying one day, or not. But let's keep pushing and moving on. It's about managing your time efficiently while at the same time not acknowledging time at the same time and just focusing on the now. For example, when you think about the future, when are you thinking about it? Now. When you think about the past, when are you thinking about the past? Now. When you think about your past or your future, mentally, you're physically there, so it's happening now. Thus, time not being real. But when you have a lot of things that you want to do in life, you have to remember to just live in the now and take one step at a time. So knowing that you have so much shit that you want to do and want to complete in life and want to be, and you don't know where to start, you just take a fucking step and keep stepping and stepping and stepping until you accomplish nearly everything that you want to do. Because you have to remember, once you accomplish one set of goals, you write another set and you keep going pushing, because the fucking world is limitless. So if you manage your time efficiently and effectively, the sky is the fucking limit. Like, I started doing this lately, setting up time increments while also just focusing on one thing at a time and trying to just really focus on one thing at a time and not think about anything else. Just kind of be in the moment, be in the now. And what I managed to get done in a short amount of time and still have time throughout the day and be like, damn, I don't feel rushed. I didn't feel like I didn't get anything done, but it's still a practice to get used to, because as humans and as people who have lives, shit always happen that inconveniences you when you're doing whatever it is you want to do. For example, if you have a job, sometimes managing your time effectively for what you're trying to do on the side and for your personal life collides with your work life, and thus creating a time constraint in some sort of way, because now it either pushed you back from doing what you were trying to do and you got to wait till later because you're busy at work, or you may have kids and you have to put it off, or whatever kind of situation that you have going on that pushes you back from doing things that you want to do. But that's when you come in and really change your life and make time. You have to make time. You don't make time, you will always feel like you're running out of time. You don't manage your time efficiently and effectively, you will always feel like you're running out of time. You have to know when to tell people, do not disturb me, I will not answer, this is my time to do what I need to get done. That's going to keep you from feeling like you're fucking late to everything and you're not getting anything done. I mean, I feel late to the game all of the time because there's just so much that I want to do, and seeing other people, like I said, seeing other people can put you in a low vibrational state. It doesn't put me in a low vibrational state, but it does make me feel a little anxious, like I need to hurry up and rush myself. But when you rush something that you really and truly want, when you rush it, it doesn't always plan out the way that you want. And trust me, I know from so many different things that I've rushed and done, and it turned out horribly rather than taking my time with it. And I'm still learning that, because I'm just, like I told y'all, if you watch my past videos, y'all know that I'm impatient, but I'm working on patience, and I really truly am, because it is so important to have patience. You just don't understand how important it is, guys. You have to slow down. Everything happens within the time that it's supposed to happen. And when you sit down and you really think to yourself and really feel like, you know what, this is not meant for me right now, let's not trip on it. Let's focus on what's going on in my life now. What can I fix now? Or what can I do today to be productive now that will help me in the future? Or what can I do now that'll make me happy or put me in a good mood and a good headspace? Let's not focus on what may happen or what's not happening or what did happen. You have to focus on what you got going on for yourself now, because you're going to stress yourself out, and you have to realize that things happen in their due time for every person. So what one person have tomorrow, you may not get until 30 years down the line, but you're still going to be happy to have that thing because you always wanted it. Make your own realities and calm the fuck down. Like, listen, I understand, and y'all can't say I don't understand, because I truly do. I'm gonna stress this enough. I am a person who likes to see a clear cut plan of what's going to happen, what's going on, and what do I need to do to get myself together to get there. Okay, and if I gotta do those things to get there, how am I going to do those things? What do I need to do first? Should I do this first? What if this happened? What if that's happened? That has always been me. That is me. And I'm working to change that, because you cannot always think of the what if, because the what if may prevent you from being someone or having something that you want. It may prevent you from attaining your goals that you always been wishing and hoping and crying and praying for. For example, like in the book that I'm reading, he said that a lot of people say, you know, I am going to be married and rich by 35. Okay. So, not saying you're a bad person. Let's say the universe had it aligned for you to be rich by next year. You didn't put that off by 5 years because you gave yourself a certain time frame to get rich. You see what I'm saying? Don't give yourself a certain time frame for anything. I mean, unless it's like a short-term goal or something you're working towards, like let's say for your career or for your business, where you be like, where you have a certain plan and you set out your plan accordingly on how you're going to attain that goal in a 6-month, 5-year, or 10-year period. Then don't set goals on your personal life for yourself on things that you want to change. Like if you're going to have wealth, don't say, I'm gonna have wealth by, I'm wealthy now. Everything is in the now. Even with business, even if you do plan your time for something for your business or for something for your career, it's still not promised that you're gonna have those things. So just do what you can now. Everything is about the now. I can't stress this enough. Like for me, I'm focusing on the now. Just remaining in a constant high vibrational state, gaining as much knowledge as I can, and from here on out just taking one step after another. You know, just one day at a time, one moment at a time, because as humans we tend to focus on or think about 20, 30, 50 things at a time and try to do 3 to 4 things at a time throughout the day, thus not actually putting our all into anything we do, because our time is divided into so many things. You know how much you can accomplish if you just focus on one thing at a time and put your all into it for that certain amount of time period that you put your effort and time into. The sky is the fucking limit. You can complete so much. And I just want to say that I want us to keep going. I want us to keep pushing. No one's gonna make you get up and keep walking but you. The world can feel like shit. Life is shit sometimes. It's just a fact, like yin and a yang. Life can be a real high, real happy, real excited, and then you just crash and it just feels like shit because you're stressed out about everything. But you have to remain in balance. You have to know when to bring yourself back to a place of love and light, because guess what? Forces feed off that negative energy and that low vibrational energy. Bring yourself back up, guys. Like, even when you're feeling negative and you're feeling low, I'm not saying go to the gym and work out. I'm not saying go write in your journal and expect to feel better. I'm not saying meditate and expect to feel better. I'm not saying go sit outside and kumbaya and expect to feel better. Doing all of your daily tasks that do make you feel better don't always make you feel better. But you can still try those things to see if it will. And if it don't, figure out why. You have to focus on the now. And I'm gonna keep saying it now, because that's what truly matters. As a person who stresses about everything, I can't urge that enough to you guys, to focus on yourself and what you got going on and what you're doing now today. Even on days where you don't feel like being productive, don't beat yourself up for not being productive for a day or for a minute. Sometimes you need to take a break and take a rest. You're gonna run yourself ragged. It's okay. We got this. If you're watching this right now, I'm telling you, you got this. You are on the right path. You are magnificent. You are abundant. You are wealthy. You are the best person that you can possibly be, and you are constantly building yourself up to be a better person every day. You are going to win. That is period. You got this. Don't give up. Keep pushing. When you feel low, do things that make you feel happy. When you feel low, question yourself until you come to a certain type of reasoning with yourself, understanding with yourself. Then bring yourself back to a place of peace, a place of love, and a place of light. You can do it. Good luck.